Have you ever found yourself in that frustrating situation where everything seems perfect, the mood is right, you're with someone you're attracted to, but your body just doesn't seem to get the memo? You want to be ready, but down there, it's just not cooperating. Maybe you've even been to a doctor who told you that physically, everything is fine. Your hormones are normal, your health is good, but the problem persists. It's confusing, it's demoralizing, and it can make you feel completely alone. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know you are far from alone. And the solution is likely not in a pill, but in understanding what's really going on inside your head. The real battle for a strong, lasting erection isn't fought in your body, it's fought in your mind. In this video, I'm going to share 3 simple, powerful habits based on proven science that will help you achieve and maintain harder, longer-lasting erections naturally, without any medication. These aren't magic tricks. They're fundamental shifts in your mindset that will put you back in control. So, let's get into it. First, we need to understand the real enemy here. For over 90% of men under the age of 55 who experience erection difficulties, the cause isn't physical. It's psychological. And this psychological interference comes from what I call the 3 performance killers: anxiety, fear of failure, and performance pressure. Think about it. Are you worried about whether you'll get hard? That's anxiety. Are you haunted by a time it didn't work before? Terrified it will happen again? That's fear of failure. Do you feel like you have to put on an incredible performance every single time? That's performance pressure. When your mind is racing with any of these thoughts, it triggers a primitive survival mechanism in your body, the fight or flight response. Your brain essentially thinks you're in danger. And when your brain thinks you're about to fight a tiger, it floods your system with a hormone called adrenaline. Adrenaline is the anti-erection hormone. It's a biological kill switch for arousal. Why? Because to prepare you for danger, adrenaline constricts your blood vessels and redirects blood flow to your major muscles, your arms and legs, so you can run or fight. An erection requires the exact opposite: relaxed blood vessels and a massive rush of blood flow to the penis. Your body simply cannot be ready to fight for its life and be ready for intimacy at the same time. Now, controlling that adrenaline response is the absolute key. And while the 3 mental habits I'm about to share are incredibly powerful for managing this in the moment, many men find they get the fastest, most reliable results when they also address the underlying physical biology that makes them vulnerable to this response in the first place. What if you could flip a switch in your body that directly counters the effects of adrenaline and supercharges your body's natural erection-producing system? There is a fascinating and bizarrely simple 7-second home remedy, backed by new scientific research, that does exactly that. It targets the real root cause of performance decline at a cellular level, making everything else we're about to discuss even more effective. I've linked to a free, eye-opening video that explains this breakthrough. You can watch it right now by pointing your phone's camera at the QR code you see on your screen. It will open instantly. I'll also put a link pinned at the top of the comments section so you can easily find it after you finish watching this. So, with that in mind, let's talk about how you get your mind out of the way. Every time you worry or feel that pressure, you're flipping that adrenaline switch and telling your body to shut the whole operation down. The key to a solid erection, then, is learning how to turn that switch off. And that brings us to our first habit. Habit number 1 is to stop the pre-flight check. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that moment, either before things get started or during foreplay, where you subtly, or not so subtly, check on yourself. You're touching yourself, trying to gauge the situation, asking, are we getting there? Is it working? You're essentially taking your penis's temperature, hoping for a good reading. This is one of the most self-sabotaging things you can do. Every time you perform that check and don't get the result you want, a little jolt of panic hits you. That panic is pure performance anxiety. And what does that anxiety do? It releases adrenaline. You've just flipped the kill switch on yourself. It creates a vicious cycle. You check, you're not as hard as you'd like. You get anxious. The anxiety makes it even harder to get an erection, and so on. The new habit is this: shift your focus from checking. Your erection is not a task you need to manage. It's a natural response to arousal and pleasure. Instead of directing your mental energy downward to monitor the situation, Direct it outward to your partner. Focus entirely on them. What feels good to them? What makes them respond? Lose yourself in the act of giving them pleasure. By focusing on connection instead of inspection, you remove the pressure, you keep the adrenaline switch off, and you allow your body to respond naturally to the genuine arousal you're feeling. Trust that your body knows what to do when your mind gets out of the way. This leads perfectly into our second habit, which is to shift your focus from your penis to your senses. When you're in the middle of sex and that voice of doubt starts to creep in, am I hard enough? Am I going to lose it? It's because your mind has left the present moment. You've stopped being a participant and have become a spectator, judging your own performance. This mental detachment is a breeding ground for anxiety. The solution is to consciously and deliberately ground yourself in the physical reality of the moment through sensory engagement. Don't think, feel. Actively choose to focus on at least 3 different sensations. For example, focus on the touch. What does your partner's skin feel like under your fingertips? Is it soft? Is it warm? Focus on the sound. Listen to the sound of their breathing, the little noises they're making. Focus on the scent. What does their hair smell like? Their perfume or cologne? Their natural scent? Focus on the sight. Look at the curve of their back, the expression on their face, the way their body moves. By flooding your brain with this real-time sensory information, you literally crowd out the anxious thoughts. Your brain can't simultaneously process the rich details of the present moment and worry about what might happen in the future. This deep sensory focus is what genuine arousal is made of. It keeps you present, engaged, and connected, which are the essential ingredients for a strong, unwavering erection. Your penis isn't the star of the show. It's just part of the orchestra. So focus on the music, not just one instrument. And finally, we have habit number 3. This one might feel counterintuitive, but it is perhaps the most powerful tool you can have in the moment. The habit is, when you feel your erection starting to fade, slow down. Do not speed up. What's the typical panic response? When a man feels himself getting soft, his first instinct is to go faster, to thrust harder, trying to create more friction and force the erection to come back. This is an act of desperation, and your body knows it. Speeding up out of fear is like pouring gasoline on the fire of anxiety. It screams, "I'm losing control," to your brain, which responds with a massive surge of adrenaline to save you from the perceived danger. It's the fastest way to guarantee you lose your erection completely. The new habit is to do the exact opposite. The moment you feel yourself starting to soften, take it as a signal to slow down. Deliberately reduce the pace. You can even stop the thrusting motion entirely for a moment. Pull back, look your partner in the eyes, kiss them deeply, run your hands over their body. Re-engage with habit number 2, focus on your senses. What does this do? It breaks the panic cycle. It tells your brain, there's no emergency here. We are safe. We are in control. This allows the adrenaline to subside. It gives your body a moment to reset and allows the natural feelings of arousal to build back up again. It shows confidence, not weakness. By slowing down, you regain command of the situation, and you give your erection the calm, pressure-free environment it needs to return, often stronger than before. So, let's quickly recap. The 3 habits to build rock-solid, natural erections are: 1. Stop the pre-flight check. Focus on connecting with your partner, not inspecting yourself. 2. Shift your focus from your penis to your senses. Engage with the sights, sounds, and feelings of the present moment. And 3. When in doubt, slow down. Don't let panic drive you to speed up. Use it as a cue to become more deliberate and sensual. Remember, your body already knows how to have an erection. It's been doing it its whole life. These habits aren't about learning a new skill. They're about unlearning the anxious thought patterns that get in the way. It's not about forcing an erection. It's a budalawingon to happen. By practicing these habits, you're not just treating a symptom, you're fixing the root cause. You're retraining your brain to associate sex with pleasure and connection, not pressure and fear. And that is the foundation for building unshakable sexual confidence and enjoying the kind of satisfying, intimate life you deserve. If this video was helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content just like this. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Sharing your experiences can help others realize they aren't alone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.